What's up, scholars? Today we are back, and today we are talking about structure and function. But what does that even mean? When I say those words, what does that even mean? Well, take my hand, for example. Our hands, our body features, our body parts, they have structures and they have functions, just like everything else does. My hand has a structure. What is the structure? Well, the structure is how it's made. Like my hand has joints that are movable. It has a thumb that is a disposable thumb where I can grab and I can grip. It's made of 5 fingers. Each one of these fingers is flexible and they can move. The hand is coated in skin, and my skin has certain designs and it has a texture to it, and there's hair on the outside of it, and all of these things have a function. Yes, everything that we have has a function. Every structure can do something. So this hand, our hand, was specifically designed to be able to grab and to be able to hold, to be able to use tools, to be able to function in a manner that gives us advantages as humans to be able to do things. As a matter of fact, there's this whole study that you can go on to about just how important our thumbs are to where we are today. Oh my goodness, nobody would have ever thought that the thumbs would be such an important structure with such an important function that we use today. And no, I am not talking about, what is it, the thumb war battle? No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what makes it important. We can do thumb wars all day, but that is not what makes it important. What makes it important is the advantages it gives us as humans with what we're able to do with those disposable thumbs and these fingers that grab and move and that can grab and manipulate and that can use tools with this amazing brain that we've been given. But we are not the only organisms that have structures and functions. Plants have structures and functions, and we're going to be looking at some plants. But guess what? Guess what? Go ahead and guess it. Go ahead and guess it. Yes, it's about to get really cool. Yes, it is. Why? Because there are other organisms that have structures and functions, and we are going to look at some of those organisms today. I know you're wondering, what is the first organism that we're going to look at? I know you are. You're wondering because I was wondering when I was trying to figure it out. Guess what? This first organism is an organism that we've all encountered. Everybody has encountered it. This organism lives in big mounds of soil. Well, not really big, but they live in mounds of soil. This organism is a community of organisms that work together. They have a queen. Have you guessed it yet? Have you guessed it yet? Have you figured out what we're going to be looking at yet? Yeah, I know you've guessed it. I know you've guessed it. If you've ever disturbed this organism, they get very irate. They get very upset. Yes, you wouldn't want anybody breaking in your home. They don't like anybody breaking in their home. Kick down my door, I'm going to be upset. Kick down some of their soil, they're going to be upset too. What is this organism? Yes, you guessed it. It is ants. Oh, yes. I've got a whole thing of ants. Look at them, look at them, look at them. Let's get really, really close. All right. So looking at our ants, what do we notice about the structure of the ant? What do we notice about the structure? I'm noticing that they have 6 legs. I'm seeing antennas on the top of their head. I see that their body is divided into various sections. And guess what? Every single one of these structures has a function. Every single one of these structures has a function that we can look up and dive deep into and understand not just what they have, but why they have it. Ants are community organisms. They work in a group. And all of them have defined roles and defined tasks, and their structures help them to complete those tasks. They have defined everything for the specific things that they're trying to accomplish as an organism. And that is so cool. And it's a lot of ants, right? Have you ever been outside and see, first of all, have you seen ants this big? These ants are huge. I don't even know what kind of ant this is. I just know that it's big and I wouldn't want it to bite me. Why? Because it looks like it would be painful. So our organism number 1 is the ant. Now, what I want you to talk about is I want you to look at the structures of this ant. I want you to analyze it. And then I want you to try to determine, what do you think the function of those structures are? What do you think the function of those structures are? And then you could even take it a step forward and ask yourself, why do you think that it's important for an ant to be able to function like this? Why do you think an ant has these structures? Why are these structures important to the survival of the ant? How do these structures help keep these ant species alive? Oh my goodness, is that not cool? I can bring them up. I have ants on my face. And I can bring them to you. You have ants on your face. Ants everywhere. But that's not it. That's not even the coolest. No, it's not. It's not even the coolest. Have you ever been outside and you're walking? And I come from West Texas now. In West Texas, in the park, you would literally see these ginormous, 8-legged, huge. Are you ready? Are you ready, scholars? Are you ready, scholars? Oh, you're not ready. You're not ready. Here we go. Oh, tell me that's not cool. Notice the structures of this tarantula. Oh my goodness, is that thing not amazing? For those of you that have spider phobias, get ready. Here we go. I'm gonna turn to the other side so you can see the bottom. All right, so that right there is actually the face. On the face, can you see those right there? There's the pinchers right there. Let's count our legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 2 antennas up there. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, it's huge, and that is so cool. Yes, this is a spider. We've all encountered spiders in one way or another, but we've probably not encountered a spider this big. Oh my goodness, yes. Unless you've been watching Animal Planet, that's gonna be the only place where you're going to see a spider this big on Animal Planet. Now, same task, same task, same task. I want you to analyze the spider. I want you to think about how it is uniquely made. I want you to ask yourself the questions. Why do I think this spider has these structures? How do I think that these structures function? How does the function of these structures help to keep this spider alive? How does it help to allow it to survive? And yes, that is just too cool. All right, those are the 2 organisms that we're going to look at today. We're going to look at least 2 organisms in every video as we're talking about structure and function. It would also be really, really cool. I didn't put it out there on purpose. What I want you to do is I want you to do research. I want you to go on the internet. I want you to Google facts about spiders and ants. I want you to Google facts about how they survive, the habitats that they live in, the different things that they need to be able to live and survive. And then I want you to make these connections between how their structures and their functions is going to help them live and survive in their environment. Scholars, we're going to be back on soon with more amazing science. And when we do, I'm telling you, we've got more organisms to look at. Yes, we do. We have more organisms to look at. So just get ready because I have one of my favorites coming for you very, very soon. And we will be back on soon with more amazing science.